Today on Ian vs. Daddybones, we're kicking off my birthday month with more Turtles of Grayskull.
Fuck Ian Daddybones. Fuck Twin Widow, whatever the hell it is. No one gives a shit about you, Ian. Everyone hates you. Fuck off.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. Having a banger and you're all invited. Share with friends and I'll see you later. Bring everyone, invite my haters. Throw your hands in the fucking air. Let's push a cripple down a flight of stairs. Got new shit right for your ears. My Hadouken is downright fierce. Rock out with my cock out. Jump around, I got some shout outs. I'm Daddybones, no need to panic. Talking riddles like a schizophrenic.
Welcome back! It's another exciting episode of Ian vs. Daddybones. I'm Ian Daddybones. I'd like to welcome everybody to the show. If you're watching on Facebook and YouTube right now, hey everybody, what's going on? As always, I got a special high five and a nut dap to all the Patreon subscribers and Facebook subscribers, throwing me $2 to $3 a month, depending on how you subscribe, getting access to bonus content, your name in the credits, and the Original Geeks podcast. I gotta say, it is officially June. I am turning 45 years old this month, and I have a bunch of content on deck to celebrate my birthday. Officially, my birthday celebration, because I got all sorts of shit to talk about, not only in June, but I am rolling into July and August with a bunch of stuff to talk about, open up, build, put together, and it's gonna be fucking fresh. But starting off in June, I just got a brand new box of Ian in the mail yesterday, and while I do not have it here today to do an opening and an unveiling, just know the rest of my Wave 2 Turtles of Grayskull showed up. My Wave 13 Masterverse figures showed up. My daughter Sadie got a Rainbow Bright. My Ken from Street Fighter 2 showed up. And my Michelangelo from Turtles of Grayskull Wave 3 showed up before the other figures in Wave 3. But that's all I needed to put together what I needed in order to do today's episode of the show. But before I continue, I want to say real quick, I want to say thank you very much to everybody over the course of the month of May who decided to check out an episode of Ian vs. Daddybones. I don't know what the fuck happened, and I've already said this like 2 episodes ago. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know who I impressed or who I pissed off, what hate group got involved, but all I know is over the course of the past month, my numbers have like quadrupled to where I can officially say for the past 3 weeks of Ian vs. Daddybones, starting with the 2-part Mega Eternia build and last week's Turtles of Grayskull, kicking off this brand with the deluxe figures. Those 3 episodes have been my highest viewed episodes ever. May 2024 is my highest productive month ever since starting Ian vs. Daddybones. And just for the hell of it, I am booting up my Facebook right now on my phone so I can officially say, right now, looking at my reach, I'm at 27,068, which means from the past 28 days, I am up 118% in the green. My net followers, I'm getting about 67 new followers on average. Right now, that's at 103% over the last 28 days. So both of those very important figures are both in the green right now. And I've been very happy and satisfied with this. Like I said, my numbers are rising. I'm getting more eyes on my content. And because of my reach increasing, more people are starting to be able to see my content, which basically means, to break it down, I'm really fingering the fuck out of that algorithm and it's starting to squirt. So that's where I'm at right now with Ian vs. Daddybones. So from the bottom of my heart to all of y'all, thank you very much for helping me make the algorithm squirt. I wouldn't be able to make the algorithm squirt if it wasn't for all of you. So this month, my birthday month, I want more fingers deep inside that algorithm, and let's all come together and make that algorithm squirt. But moving on with the show, today I am very excited because last episode I was able to get started with Turtles of Grayskull with the 3 deluxe figures from waves 1 and 2 I have been able to acquire so far. There is, as of right now, there is 2 deluxe Turtles of Grayskull figures that I need to keep my eye out for, and that's Turtles of Grayskull Mossman and Turtles of Grayskull Merman, because Mossman and Merman are both starting to show up across the country. I don't know about other countries, but as far as the United States goes, Walmarts and Targets are starting to have these figures arrive. Merman's exclusive to Walmart, and I believe Mossman's the same way because Slaker and Mousejaw were exclusive to Target. But all Walmart knows how to do is fuck up its exclusives, and I'm going to get to another rant about that because for those of y'all keeping track, the Patreon and Facebook subscribers, if you're watching the bonus content, I mentioned that my Patreon subscriber and friend of mine, Jim, we have been working together to try and hunt down Lord Grasp and Terror, and I thought I had it in the bag, planned out with Walmart management just for the fucking day to come, when we were told to arrive at the store with a 99% success rate of getting these 2 figures, and nobody in Walmart wanted to fucking work that day. Every time we went and found an employee, everybody said, sorry, I don't have time for that. That's not my job. It most certainly is your job. You're working with customer service. If you're on the clock working the store and a customer goes up to you and says, excuse me, can you help me find something? Guess what? You just put on your fucking customer service hat. It's really not rocket science. There's no reason why it should be this fucking hard to get customer service, especially when you're going there and you're physically entering the building instead of just ordering it online. Some of you may be thinking, well, why didn't you just order what you're looking for online? We can't, because Walmart fucked it up because they're exclusive items and because there's no purchase-like protection, security protection. All the scalpers in the box ate that shit up as soon as it went live. So now it's like a gamble walking into Walmart, hopefully trying to successfully find these figures. But me and Jim have both been on the hunt for like the past week, trying to find these 2 figures. And yeah, that's fucking where we are right now. But actually, now that I think about it, I told this story to the Patreon subscribers on the Extendar bonus episode. So go and check out the Extendar bonus episode up on the Patreon, and it's also available for Facebook subscribers. But like I said, it's my birthday month. Today on the show, we're officially going to be discussing and talking about all 4 turtles in Turtles of Grayskull. Uniting the brothers took waves 1, 2, and 3 to round out and finish off with Michelangelo. But right now, I have the squad of 4 united so I can officially kick off Turtles of Grayskull and everything that's going on with all of this. But for Facebook and Patreon subscribers, to start off the month for y'all, I got something epic, and considering it's my birthday month, what a wonderful time to be able to have him arrive and show up. But my Masterverse Wave 13 Thunder Punch He-Man, I am opening this guy up for Patreon and Facebook subscribers. So throw me to $3 on Patreon, subscribe for $2 on Facebook, and you could watch me open up that dope-ass version of He-Man. And there's plenty of story to go behind that, going back to my childhood, and yeah, it's gonna be fucking fresh. And I hear Thunder Punch He-Man is also gonna have 2 challengers on deck waiting for his ass. So make sure you tune in for that shit to see who's trying to challenge He-Man and see how tough those thunder punches are. But also, I'm going to be cracking open the Ultra Street Fighter 2 Ken Masters figure to complement my Ryu that I opened a while back on Ian vs. Daddybones. But to officially get started with this episode, Turtles of Grayskull, like I said, it got announced last year, and at first a lot of people weren't really sure how to take it. Some people thought it was a joke. Some people got really fucking excited that Masters of the Universe and Ninja Turtles were crossing over and a brand new toy line was coming out. Now, when it comes to me, like, it's weird because, like, I look at the first 10 years of my life, right? I'm a baby, I'm born, I got mom and dad, my parents get divorced. My mom and I moved to Florida. I'm now living with my mom in a shitty fucking apartment in Florida, and my grandma and grandpa are there, and I got my aunt, and I got other relatives down there, you know what I mean? So I had plenty of family and support when I was like 3 to 4 years old, living with my mom when my parents got divorced the first time. So when I was down in Florida with my mom, that's when I got introduced to Masters of the Universe. So, like, Masters of the Universe came into my life when I was 4, and it remained, like, one of my favorite things in my life until I was, like, 8.5 going on 9 years old, and there's a story and a reason for that. But I was into Masters of the Universe before I started watching professional wrestling when I was 5 going on 6, and then professional wrestling became my favorite shit along with Masters of the Universe until my parents got divorced the second time when I was 9 years old. But when I was 8.5 years old, my Masters of the Universe toys got stolen. So, like, everything that my mom and dad worked hard for buying me as a kid, like Ren and Stimpy, with Stimpy getting excited about his litter box and having his first material possession, my Masters of the Universe collection was my first material possession as a child and, like, my favorite shit in the world, and that straight up got fucking stolen from me. So, when I had no more He-Man toys, except the few stragglers, everything that I didn't bring with me that fateful day my shit got stolen, everything that was remaining and left behind at home was what I had left with Masters of the Universe. Then my fucking parents got divorced, and I turned 9 years old, and my dad got me a basketball when I turned 9, and I don't even play basketball. So that was a kick in the dick on top of having my toys get fucking stolen. So basically, when I was done with when I was done with Masters of the Universe, that's when I fell into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because Turtles was out and about, brand new toy. The toys were out, the cartoon was starting up, you know what I mean? So I went from Masters of the Universe to Ninja Turtles. So because my OG He-Man toys were stolen, when I had my new Ninja Turtle toys, I never had an opportunity to cross the two of them over. You know what I mean? So I never really thought about crossing the two brands. So on one hand, this is a very interesting toy line to me, but with the way the internet's been the internet for like the past 20 years, especially with social media, like going back to like MySpace and shit like that, basically what I'm getting at is you got toy collectors, all sorts of toy collectors. So with social media evolving over the years, I've seen plenty of custom action figures that people have made. You know what I mean? Whether it's making a custom figure to, you know, bootleg and sell, or if somebody's trying to make a one of a kind piece of art based on, you know, kit bashing different things to make a custom figure. So what I'm getting at is, over the course of like the past 15 to 20 years worth of the internet, I've seen so many like Ninja Turtles, Masters of the Universe customs. Basically, I've seen so many custom Leonardos wearing He-Man's battle armor, you know what I mean? That I feel like I've already seen it done better before by artists and other collectors than what we got with the final product. But then again, a lot of people didn't know how to take it at first, because basically they showed us wave 1, they showed us wave 2 of like, or even in the beginning when they just showed us wave 1 with the 4 basic figures and the deluxe figures, you know, a lot of people were kind of scratching their heads trying to figure out everything. Basically, you know, it's basically a Masters of the Universe gimmick on a Ninja Turtles character, or it's a Ninja Turtles gimmick on a Masters of the Universe figure. with the way they're crossing everything over as far as accessories and which character gives off which comparison and crossover vibes to make it work. So like I said, a lot of people were kind of confused. They didn't know how to take it in the beginning, and when it comes to me personally, I thought it was stupid. I thought it was dumb. I thought the concept of crossing the two of them was stupid, basically because when they showed Leonardo and Donatello first, right off the bat, I felt like I've seen better customs, you know? And I don't know. It's kind of hard because on one hand, I remember how I felt in the beginning, thinking like, this is dumb, this is stupid, I want nothing to do with it. Slowly, the ice has melted, and it's starting to grow on me. And I give Jim a lot of props because Jim was really excited about Turtles of Grayskull when they announced it. So a lot of Jim's excitement gave me a lot to think about. And there's a difference and there's a process to this whole toy collecting thing, especially with like when you're collecting certain brands, because like you'll be collecting your stuff, but then as you look online, you know, they'll announce and reveal new figures coming out. So you have the reveal of upcoming product, then you have it when the new product is available for pre-order. Then you have the window until it starts arriving and showing up. Then you have to take care of your pre-orders, and then you receive your product, and it's just a constant like loop of different times throughout the year when they put out different waves of merchandise and continue the toy line. So basically, when it went through the reveal process, I wasn't too impressed. I was kind of like, fuck this, I'm really not interested. Then it came time when the first wave of figures was available for pre-order. And even then, when they were first available for pre-order, I kind of started warming up a little bit to the point to where I'm not fully sold on this toy line crossover brand, but the fact that I'm a He-Man fan and a Ninja Turtles fan, I would at least like to collect the 4 Turtles. I wouldn't mind getting the 4 Turtles from this line and adding them to everything I've invested in with Origins over the past 3 years. So I definitely wanted to get the 4 Turtles, but with the way it worked out, you had Donatello and Leonardo available in the first wave. So basically, just getting 2 Turtles, I'm already halfway there completing the first wave. So, you know, I might as well get the other figures that were available, because it was Donatello, Leonardo, Man-at-Arms, and oh, Jesus Christ, who the hell was it? Well, what? Maybe it says on the back. Yes, it does. It was mutated He-Man. So it was He-Man, Leonardo, Donatello, and Man-at-Arms is Wave 1 of Turtles of Grayskull. Wave 2 of Turtles of Grayskull is Raphael, Shredder, Beastman, and mutated Ram-Man. And Wave 3, which the pre-orders just started showing up last week. Like my pre-orders finished showing up over the weekend. Or actually, no. Yes, over the weekend. Or no. You know what? My day's all thrown off. It is Saturday. Actually, the rest of the Wave 3 pre-orders showed up actually between Thursday and Friday, now that I think about it. But Wave 3 is Skeletor, Casey Jones, Michelangelo, and Tila. So all of those figures have officially showed up. I need to ship out the remaining 3 from Wave 3. But like I said, you know, they trickled out the 4 main turtles, but like I said, by the time I grabbed Leonardo and Donatello, all I needed to get was mutated He-Man and Man-at-Arms, and I was done with Wave 1. And then by the time I was done with Wave 1, I'm looking at it like, all right, you know, by the time I completed Wave 1, I already found Mouse Jaw and Target. So I was able to get Mouse Jaw, and thanks to Jim, Jim wound up picking me up Krang when he saw Krang, and I was able to order Slaker off of Target. So I had my Wave 1, I had my deluxe figures, but also chilling in my pile of loot for like the past 30 days. Well, over the past month was my Wave 2 Turtles of Grayskull. So I had Beastman, Raph, and Shredder just chilling in my pile of loot, waiting to send them out. So they just showed up yesterday, as a matter of fact. I had Leo and Donnie chilling in a box for like a month and a half already. He was chilling in my pile of loot. He just showed up last week, so I wound up shipping out the pile of loot, and fucking here we are. But like I said, with Turtles of Grayskull, and what I mean by like I said on the last episode of the show, talking about the deluxe figures, I already made it clear as of right now, I'm not planning on opening these, because right now I have enough stuff that's open. I'm kind of running out of room, which means in the future I need to invest in some more bookshelves, which is why additional Patreon and Facebook subscribers would be fucking dope, because I'd be able to upgrade and get some more shelves. As a matter of fact, my Cash App is on the screen. It's my birthday this month. If you want to throw some chips in the fucking chip bag, feel free to do so. But like I said, I'm waiting for all 4 turtles to show up and arrive, and I don't plan on opening this line at the moment because of space concerns, but at the same time, for the most part, everything's mint on card, on an unpunched card, which means basically the little middle area section where they would hang on a peg in a store, that piece of cardboard has not been punched out. So these are untouched, unpunched cards, and at the moment, I kind of want to keep them that way, while at the same time, I'm really tempted to crack these fuckers open, because they do look really dope. It's one thing seeing pictures when the figures are being revealed, showing you what's coming soon. It's another thing when you see people already receive their figures and you're seeing other people's pictures online. But it's another thing, seeing them for yourself hanging on the peg in a store, or peeling the tape off that box when it shows up on your porch and you look inside the box for the first time, take out the figure, and you're like, wow, that looks fucking dope. Alright, we're back. Now it is officially time to talk about some Turtles of Grayskull. Now that I got the 4 brothers united together as a team, let's talk about what they're doing in Eternia in the first place. Now, I said on the last episode, for the most part, the gist of the story with Turtles of Grayskull is it's just another day in the Technodrome. The Ninja Turtles are fighting the Foot Clan. So Shredder and Krang, Rocksteady, Bebop, the Ninja Turtles, Splinter, April's there, Casey Jones is there. You know, it's a battle fucking royale in the Technodrome. Everybody was kung fu fighting, and at some point something happened where something hit the computer, activated a portal, or for all I know, multiple portals, sucked everybody into these portals, and basically farted shit everybody in different locations in Eternia. So the bad guys got sent over here, the good guys got sent scattered over here, and Basically, Shredder and Krang, Rocksteady and Bebop linked up with Shredder and Hordak. So the four villains realized, hey, you guys got this purple mutagen, and fucking Shredder and Krang are like, hey, you guys got this green slime. And basically, for the purpose of this universe and timeline, it was Shredder and Hordak and Skeletor and Krang who together built the slime pit, and with apparently the combined ooze, slime, and the Ninja Turtles mutagen crossed over, combined, and enhanced everybody to a degree. Like, they tested it out on Trapjaw, and Trapjaw got crossed over with Baxter Stockman Tech creating Mousejaw. I already talked about this on the last episode of the show. So the mutagen affected like Trapjaw, Mossman, He-Man, basically turning the most powerful man in the universe into an obedient servant of Skeletor, Shredder, Krang, and Hordak, and it's a fucking mess, right? So all this is going on with the bad guys because like Ram Man, Moss Man, and He-Man got kidnapped and captured. But then over on the other end, the Turtles met Man-at-Arms and Teela, and through the power of Grayskull tech with a little bit of magic, they got upgrades, enhancements, augmentations, if you will. So the Turtles got upgrades, and in Leonardo's case, Leonardo was upgraded with He-Man's armor with some turtle shell accent and armor. So like he's got He-Man's battle harness, but he also has like this fur on his neck. He has these like turtle shell shoulder and bicep armor, and he's gonna have the it looks like leg armor as well. Leonardo normally has twin katana blades. This version of Leonardo has two swords, but it looks like He-Man's power sword split in half. And yeah, he looks pretty fucking sick. And the one thing with the Ninja Turtles is their shells pop off and actually double as shields. So on one hand, it's not deliberately paying homage to the Coming Out of Their Shells tour, but when the Turtles had their live-action rock band stage show in the 90s, it was called Coming Out of Their Shells because of the costumes they were wearing on stage. They had to remove the shells for the purpose of the person getting in the costume. So yeah, that's what it was, and it was the fucking 90s. You had to be there. But unless you were there and you know what I'm talking about, unless you're younger and you were born after the year 2000, you have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. But Leonardo looks dope as fuck in his He-Man crossover gear. And then you got Donatello. Now, I do notice on Leonardo and Donatello, I do have the international versions of these figures, which means there's no English text or description on the back of the card. And it also, based on all the text, is in different languages on the back, with the exception of the name of the figures. But the back of Leonardo's cross-cell art has Leonardo facing off against the Shredder, which looks pretty fucking badass. The back of Donatello has him fighting Beastman, who's wearing this samurai armor, but we'll get to that on another upcoming Turtles of Grayskull episode. That this one is going to be called Four Brothers Go to Eternia. The next episode is going to focus on villains and other good guys. So that's going to be Turtles of Grayskull, Allies and Assholes. So that's going to be coming soon on Ian versus Daddybones. But Leo and Donnie, international cards. Raphael is on the North American card because it has his description right on the front of it. Raphael, hard-headed size specialist. And Raphael, it says, Now, he actually has a description on the back. The Turtles track Shredder back to Krang's Technodrome. Raph charged headfirst into the fray before a flash sent them to Eternia. So basically, this whole shit's Raph's fault. Because earlier I said something happened during the battle and a portal opened up. Well, Raph charged headfirst into the fray before a flash sent them to Eternia. Now adorned in Ram Man's spare armor, Raph's back to tracking Shredhead and looking for a way back home. So this version of Raphael, like it said, has armor based on, inspired by extra armor of Ram Man. So he's got the shoulder pads in the armor, which I'm not sure, but I think part of that might be reused from the Masters of the WWE Bill Goldberg figure. They might have retooled that, kind of like they took the Lady Slither snake tail and they retooled that slightly for the Turtles of Grayskull Merman, who has an actual mermaid tail for the Merman character. But Raphael's got the Ram Man helmet and armor, and he actually has these really cool giant sais. Well, he has one giant sai that looks like it just fits over his fist, but then he has another giant sai that he can hold like one of his regular sais. But Raphael looks pretty fucking dope and better in person than he did in pictures. I kind of thought Raph looked a little lame at first, but it shows him fighting Slaker on the back of it as Skeletor and Shredder are observing from a distance. And rounding out the fourth brother, we have Michelangelo, who on the back is fighting Hordak at the Fright Zone. And this is our first like real true reveal of Hordak's design in Turtles of Grayskull. And Hordak's design looks like it's a cross between his Filmation version, where he was blue-skinned Hordak with the black and the gray, or no, the black and the white like bat face with the blue skin that had like the mechanical arm. And Hordak can turn into different fucking things, but the regular vintage toy line Hordak is more gray, black, and white, where Filmation is blue. So he has his more cartoon look, and instead of wearing a red cape, what would normally be a red cape for Hordak is actually giant fucking bat wings, which ties more into his techno vampire gimmick aesthetic to his overall design. And the one thing with it says on the back, Mikey may be a party dude with pizza on his mind, but after hearing about the heroics of He-Man, he has a new purpose: be the most powerful turtle in the universe. He even grabs a blonde wig and begins emulating Eternia's greatest warrior. So Mikey decides to cosplay the whole fucking experience. So Michelangelo, his figure is absolutely sick, because not like front and center, he's rocking the blonde He-Man wig, which just looks so comical, awesome. I don't know how to I don't know how to describe it. It's just fucking sick. But Michelangelo, heroic Captain of Cowabunga. Now, obviously, like Leo, Mikey is crossed over with a version of He-Man, and this version of Michelangelo is crossed over with Flying Fist's He-Man, which on one hand is awesome but sucks at the same time. Because for Flying Fist He-Man, the whole thing with Flying Fist He-Man is he controlled him on the back, and he moved side to side, and his arms went up and down, and you know, he was able to swing his shield and his freaking special spinning mace weapon. And with Michelangelo having nunchucks, for him, you know, having the Flying Fist action feature would have been perfect. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the action feature, so he's not able to swing his nunchucks like you would think he would be able to. It's just basically for show, which I don't have a problem with, because it's always been that way going to Masters of the Universe Origins. For the most part, the action feature has been removed for the purpose of additional articulation and being more of a collector grade thing. Even though they are meant to be played with by children, it is what it is. But Mikey has a version of the Flying Fist He-Man armor, complete with an M on his chest for Mikey, and he has turtle shell shoulder pads, and he actually has the leather strap style loincloth belt, and he's got his wrist bracers, and he looks pretty fucking fresh. And the blonde wig is completely removable, so he doesn't have to have it. You could take it off, revealing his normal Ninja Turtle looking headband. And for the most part, they all have their headbands, with the exception of Donatello, who, from what I understand, the Man-at-Arms helmet does not come off, because even the back of it shows that the shield comes off, but not the helmet. So some people are kind of complaining about that, but from what I understand going forward, because like I said, you got Wave 3 with Teela, Casey Jones, Shredder, and Michelangelo to round off the Ninja Turtles. Wave 4 is in the process of being available for pre-order. Now, off the top of my head, I don't remember everybody that's coming out in Wave 4, but I know, like I said, I know Mossman and Merman are going to be deluxe figures that are going to be available at Walmart. But I do know that Splinter is going to be coming out in July. He's going to be available at Target. And I do know that Leatherhead, the alligator from Ninja Turtles, is going to be one of the villains in Wave 4 of Turtles of Grayskull. But I also know that during San Diego Comic-Con this summer, Rocksteady and Bebop are getting the Too Bad treatment, and that version of the character is going to be called Bopsteady. So it's going to be one body with a Bebop and Rocksteady head on it, just like Too Bad. And speaking of Too Bad, going back to Masters of the Universe Origins at San Diego Comic-Con this year, we're finally going to be getting Too Bad. And the way they're going to be doing Too Bad is it's going to be a mega deluxe release, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, because we're getting Too Bad as Tuvar and Badra, respectively and individually. So we're going to be getting the figures of what Too Bad looked like before they were mashed together to become Too Bad. So we're going to get Tuvar and Badra, but we're also going to be getting Too Bad's torso and double neck peg, because the way it's going to work is you're going to take a leg and an arm and the head off Tuvar, and you're going to take the arm and the leg and the head off Badra and put them on the extra buck, and now you're going to have your Too Bad figure for Origins. It's going to be pretty fucking sick. So the summer is going to be absolutely amazing, but when it comes to Ian versus Daddybones for the month of June, like today I was talking about a combination of waves 1, 2, and 3 of Turtles of Grayskull for the purpose of uniting the four brothers. But Turtles of Grayskull to kick off the month. I know at the end of the month, around the week of the 21st, because my birthday's on the 22nd, but the episode that's going to drop the week of the 21st, I'm going to be putting together, building and assembling the mega Masters of the Universe He-Man's Power Sword. I'm going to be putting that together for my birthday. It's going to be fucking epic. And I'm going to be doing another mega brick build to start off July, because July is going to be awesome, because when July starts, school's officially out for summer, vacations are starting, and if you're going to go on vacation, you're going to need a dope fucking ride. And what better dope ride to start your vacation with than none other than the Barbie movie Corvette Stingray. And I'm going to put that shit together to kick off July. It's going to be fucking awesome. Patreon bonus footage, Facebook bonus footage. So much content is going to be dropping this month. thank you very much to everybody watching the show, rooting for me, cheering me on, sharing my shit, interacting, engaging, sharing the content. I'm truly grateful, thankful, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Seriously, May was fucking amazing. Like every week, my numbers quadrupled, and it's absolutely fucking sick. But we're just getting started. It's my birthday month. Birthday, celebration, skelebration. I will see y'all next week on Ian versus Daddybones. Cheers, Pete.
Fuck Ian Daddybones. Fuck Twin Widow, whatever the hell it is. No one gives a shit about you, Ian. Everyone hates you. Fuck off.
Oh my god, I'm so excited, having a banger and you're all invited. Share with friends and I'll see you later. Bring everyone, invite my haters. Throw your hands in the fucking air. Let's push a cripple down a flight of stairs. Got new shit right for your ears. My Hadouken is downright fierce. Rock out with my cock out. Jump around, I got your shout outs. I'm Daddybones, no need to panic. Talking riddles like a schizophrenic. 24/7, I got the party. Roofie roos and whoop-de-doos. Retarded fools with attitudes, bro. Everything's mixed with Bacardi. Glow stick black like tons of bubbles. Titties on bitches, nothing but trouble. Got my pills, ain't no quitter. Pop that shit, here comes my glitter. Not a dancer, I got no skills. Bobbing my head and standing still. Tons of bitches, ravers, goths. Down to fucking get your salad tossed. It's the greatest thing that you ever saw. Put your hands in the air for a party. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Having a bang and you're all invited. Kids posing, muscles flexing, trainings dressed like a favorite X-Men. If there's one thing that drives me crazy, you give high fives but you fucking hate me. Might have rabies, might have herpes. Breastfeed me and you'll have to burp me. I'll be up on stage, throwing out beads, grabbing my dick and spraying my seed all over your face. That's fucking rude. Raise it up and show your boobs. Dance around and go friggin' nuts. Just b-boy stance and light your blunts. Don't be a cunt. Tuck your chain, don't start no shit. Use your brain, it's all a game. Let's play some Yahtzee, eat Tide Pods and punch a Nazi. Not a dancer, I got no skills. Bobbing my head and standing still. Tons of bitches, ravers, goths. Down to fucking get your salad tossed. It's the greatest thing that you ever saw. Put your hands in the air for a party. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Having a bang and you're all invited.